How's it going, Internet fam? Feeling good today? Today's music is brought to you by Tchaikovsky. I'm going to go ahead and listen to the Nutcracker Suite. I picked this up at a yard sale not too long ago. It's one of my kids' favorites, so we listen to it all the time in the car. And I don't have enough local bands CDs to promote. So if you're in a local band, give me a CD and I'll play it on my vlog. We'll talk about that before we talk about cryptocurrencies. So yeah, I showed the BitConnect reinvest this morning. Ooh, blackberries are almost ready. Not that I like blackberries. I mean, I like blackberries. I like to eat them, but the Himalayan blackberry is one of the worst scourges of the plant world. But we're gonna get a lot of blackberries here pretty soon, so I'll be eating those. So yeah, let's talk about a little bit about the cryptocurrency market. As I mentioned in my vlog earlier today, it was a bloodbath today. Almost everything was down. There are a couple of things that were up. I haven't really followed Tether coin, but it's an interesting concept. Basically, it's a way of hedging your bets against the crypto market and buying into crypto that's tied to the US dollar somehow, I guess. I'm gonna have to research that. Brett and I had another vlog chat too. Well, we didn't vlog it, but we had a video chat with his buddy Steven trying to get in the crypto game. You know, a lot of people are asking me right now, like, what do I do with my money? Like what do I, what should I invest in? People are trying to give me their money so that I can go invest in it for them. And, and I don't know, I might take somebody up on that for the right percentage or whatever. But I just kind of rather like you do it yourself, I mean, that's part of the reason I'm putting out this vlog, is to give everybody the opportunity to get involved and to get interested and to look at it themselves and to talk about their gains and losses that they've made while they're doing it. And it's a time commitment a little bit, but it's really not that much. It's not so much about a volume of time. Like I was explaining to one of my friends, if you really want to do the crypto day trading kind of buy, sell, buy low, sell high kind of thing and try to make money on that, it's not about the volume of time you spend. It's about getting in when you need to and buying when you need to and getting in when you need to and selling when you need to. And it's tricky. I mean, there's always opportunities for gains and losses on all of these. I mean, there's always opportunity. So yeah, there were some big winners today that didn't go down that were interesting. Inca coin's up a little bit, which I'm holding some Inca coins, so that's cool. I don't know anything about Inca coin. I gotta go look into that. I think I looked it up on I Googled it one time and did some research, and I'm just not altogether not that familiar with it. So I'm gonna have to do a little more research into Inca coin because it's really up today, like a lot. And Netcoin is up a ton, which some of you know I'm holding quite a bit of Netcoin. And ostensibly, if I have that in a wallet, I'd be holding even more Netcoin, which is still something I need to do. I took a look at that server that I had. It's an older server. It was a hand-me-down server. And it just won't post. And I don't know if I want to spend that much time on it, because time and money are interchangeable. And I want to put my time or my money or both into things that are going to get me more time and money back over the long term. That's the whole point of everything I'm doing, is so that I have more time to spend with my kids and less time hustling. Although right now I'm hustling because at this moment I don't have my kids, so I'm doing like triple the hustle I would normally do if they were around. If they were around, I only hustle Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and the rest of the week I would be spending educating them, feeding them all organic food, that sort of thing. Trying to grow food, spending time in the garden, that sort of thing. But right now I don't have them, so I am putting in extra days on the hustle. Like almost every day is a hustle day right now. So, yeah. Which is which is okay, because I don't mind hustling, man. I kind of enjoy it. I mean, depending on what I'm doing, like, I enjoy doing the IT thing a lot of the times, especially when it's a project that I feel good about and I'm having success at it. Yeah, at that point I'm into it. Speaking of which, I have some new clients in this area, and I'm gonna have to put in some extra time hustling for them here pretty soon too. But so Netcoin is up quite a bit, Incacoin is up quite a bit, and I was looking at this new coin called Royalties. Royalties is interesting. Somehow it's a blockchain deposit, and by depositing X amount of royalties onto their blockchain, you get 15% after 12 months. So that might be a good, like, kind of long-term investment strategy in the crypto space. I was looking at that coin. It looked like a very interesting concept, and a very possibly good concept for those of you who want to do more of the slow, steady, careful kind of thing, which should be everybody to a certain extent. I mean, I think everybody should be doing something risky and something careful. That's what I mean when I say diversify. I don't just mean diversify across different coins or across, precious metals and cryptocurrencies and stock market and, cash or investing in your own business. I don't just mean all those sorts of things, which I do mean those as well. But I also mean diversifying the type of investments you're making. I think some of them should be a high yield risky investment, a little bit. I think some of them should be a long-term safer investment. I think some of them should be a more traditional type of banking investment. Some of them should be one of these newer more radical kind of cryptocurrency things. And some of the new cryptocurrency things that you might invest in are radical, quick gain, scary things, and some of them are not. Some of them are more like long-term, more careful, kind of guaranteed things. I think if you, for me, Bitcoin is like a long-term, guaranteed store of value kind of thing. I don't think any of these fork rumors or fork worries are something to stifle that. My opinion on that. I think you should be holding some Bitcoin as a result. I just think it's one of those ones where everybody should have some. If you've got one Bitcoin in your portfolio, I don't see how that could be a bad thing. Bitcoin goes down a lot, okay, so you lose a little bit, but if Bitcoin continues to go up slowly like it has, then you're just going to be sitting on that and going up slowly with it, which I think is a good thing. But I wouldn't say just get into Bitcoin. I would also be holding some Chaincoin. I'd be holding some Metal. I'd be holding some Ethereum. I'd be holding some Litecoin. I'd be holding some Ripple, even though I hate Ripple. I'd be holding some Dash. I'd be holding some Monero. I'd be holding some Zcash. I'd be thinking about some of these other coins like Netcoin and some of these other kind of wallet interest coins. Like I said, I was just looking at Royalties, and it looks pretty interesting. And sure, go ahead and put a little bit of cash into something that's probably not going to go anywhere, but get into it to the extent where you can be holding so much of it that if it does go somewhere, you're going to be really, it's going to be you'll be instantly wealthy. That's been my strategy on some of these coins. I've got into Meow Coin for that reason and that way. I bought some Corgi coin. All right, these are kind of silly coins that on the face of it might not hold their value, but if you can buy 1 million of them for $10 or for $5, and if later on that 1 million coin goes up to be worth 10 cents a coin, even, it's like, woo, that's huge gains. I mean, you could turn $50 into $50,000 pretty easily doing something like that. So that's why I say go ahead and play around with some of those more kind of risky investments, but I mean, diversify. Don't put all your portfolio into that. Just put a small portion of your portfolio into that. I don't know what percentage. It matters how young you are, how risky you want to be. If I was younger than I am right now, I might be playing a little bit more riskier than I am right now. But at this age, I feel like I need to have quite a few things that are on the slow, steady pace. You know what I mean? All right, so longtime viewers know that that was my coffee break. Yeah, I was talking to that barista too about getting into Bitcoin. She's like, yeah, I probably won't do that, just being honest. And I'm like, man, at your age, you need to get all the way in with both feet, man. Anybody under 30 needs to be holding some crypto. Some. Honestly, get 20 bucks of whatever. Go get 20 bucks of Litecoin. Just sit on it and hold it and look at it. You know what I mean? Because the way I look at it, cryptocurrency is the future of finance. And if you are under 30, you are the one who are going to stand to gain the most with the long-term gains. And if you're holding even a piece of a Litecoin, you might be interested enough to follow it, to be paying attention, and maybe to get into some other stuff down the road. Increase your holdings. I mean, just not only will you be accruing value on that individual Litecoin, which is the case, but you could also be accruing value on, just your own knowledge base. That's the real deal here with this. People keep asking me, oh yeah, let me send you $1,000 and then you turn it into $2,000 for me. And it's like, that's not the point of this. The point of this is I want you to have the tools to be able to do that, to be able to follow the market, to be interested, to be aware of what a scam Federal Reserve notes are, what a scam the Federal Reserve is, what a scam our whole monetary system is, and to free yourself from that by getting into something that's an alternative. Any alternative, and if you're old school, you don't want to do the cryptocurrency thing, you could, buy a classic car, or silver, or gold, or anything. I mean, anything's going to hold its value better than Federal Reserve notes, especially because we're in another massive bubble, The 2008 crash was nothing compared to the one that's coming up. The bubble we're in right now is totally crazy. I mean, there is no way that any of these houses are worth the prices that they're asking for them. I mean, there's just no way. Honestly, to me, it seems like if you own real estate right now, I would maybe, even if it's paid for, I might even sell it and just rent something out, because I don't know, the real estate bubble right now I think is crazy. Anything tied to the US dollar I think is just crazy, and our real estate market is definitely tied. When that 2008 crash happened, a lot of it had to do with subprime mortgages and home values, and around the country home values plummeted, but the bank stopped it. They pulled the plug. They stopped the full reset that I think we're way overdue for. None of these houses should be what they're worth right now. I mean, depending on the market, some of them are really insane, Some of them are not as insane, but some of them are just completely insane. Like I think the market down in Southern California is like totally nuts. Am I going to be able to get in here? I don't know if I'm going to be able to get in here. I don't think I am. This guy's crawling up on me anyway. Better just go through, find somewhere else to go. Find somewhere else to park. Yeah, so, man, just get out of Federal Reserve notes. Get out of anything tied to the dollar. Real estate. I mean, honestly, the stock market is risky at this point. Some stocks, I think, might go up a bit over time. But most of them, man, especially for American companies, woo, I don't know, man. Other than Tesla, I don't know if I'd be holding any there. Maybe Netflix, Chipotle. I mean, there's a couple of companies I might hold a stock for, but I don't know if I would hold any other stocks outside of those ones. Honestly, it's just, I think it's just not, it's too risky. I don't think any of them are going to pay you back well enough. I mean, this bubble's going to burst. The dollar's going to crash hard because they've been printing it nonstop for decades now. Quantitative easing. So when that stuff happens, man, it's going to be chaos. And You better be holding stuff that isn't dollars, that isn't directly tied to the dollar. I mean, I think the cryptos will crash too at that point a little bit, but probably not like a lot of this other stuff. So, all right, Internet fam, you have a good evening.